All right, now this week it's my turn to recommend something for your viewing pleasure. Pleasure may not be the right word, more like curiosity.
Interest?
We'll go
Okay.
with that, yeah.
All right.
It is about a most horrible death for 13 people. Now, this isn't a shock show. This is something most of us already know about, just not the facts. Also, it happened October 24, 79 AD. Take a look.
As the Roman Empire reaches its height, an eruption of Mount Vesuvius buries the town of Pompeii.
Imagine walking outside of your house and seeing stones falling from the heavens.
Almost 2,000 years later, casts are made of voids in the solidified ash, revealing the bodies of those who died.
These are people left behind, watching the world collapse around them.
For one group, called the Fugitives, archaeologists are now using modern forensic techniques to examine the bones hidden inside.
There's teeth. You can definitely see teeth.
Oh yeah, lots.
Look at them.
To reveal who these people were,
Oh my God, what's that there?
how they lived, and why they became victims of the most famous disaster of the ancient world.
Wow, now I see. Okay.
Now, these figures, they're known as the Fugitives, were uncovered by Amedeo Maury, the superintendent of Pompeii, in 1961. They were hollow cavities that were filled with plaster of Paris, revealing the bodies. Now, they were originally in 3 smaller groups, but are now displayed in one long line.
Wow.
He gave backstories to each of them. It's to appeal to tourists, make kind of a human connection. But this film works to set the record straight. Poses they're in. They have nothing to do with the victim's final moments. As steam, from all of this heat compresses the body and will move it in different directions
It does?
afterwards. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
my. Ugh.
And long-held beliefs that the victims were infirm, feeble, or too young to escape. No, this reveals age, gender, and possible class that they were in, whether they were of the ruling class or they may have been a slave or a worker or something like that. It is really cool because they're using the most modern technology, X-ray and things, to be able to see into these things. That's what you saw them find, a ring and teeth and all kinds of things.
Well, that's
like
what I was
this.
going to say, is if it's a pocket and they filled it with plaster of Paris, where are the bones coming from?
There were still some bones
There
in
were
there,
still
but
some-
it freezes them in there is what it does.
Oh.
So those are casts. Then they break away the lava, and that's what's now inside.
Right.
So you see them lumped together, and so they're able to construct more realistic stories or possibilities of what was going on.
Yeah.
At that time. Anyway, it's on Disney Plus. It's part of their National Geographic section.
You've been to Pompeii, haven't you?
I was in Pompeii in the 70s.
Man, I'd like to see it, I think. I'll start with Disney Plus, though. All right, up next, we are heading out to Findlay Farms.
Yep, we're taking a look at all the tricks up their sleeve over there, so don't go away. Ozarks Live will be right back.
Be back.